Hey everybody, welcome. It's Mark Coe from commoditiesguy.com. Please check out the website commoditiesguy.com if you're interested in a free 2-week trial to our newsletter. I just wanted to go over for the morning of September 8th, 2015 here, crude oil. Just beautiful trading in crude for any of you crude traders out there today. We were buy-side crude, and I'm just going to show you the newsletter that I'm referencing. So this newsletter comes out about 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. Eastern New York time. So you have it before the U.S. Open. And I'm going to highlight here what we're looking at in crude. Crude oil's trading down 2% as we approach the U.S. Open. Here's where I'm using to frame my day. I'm using 44 and a quarter by 46.10, so that's where I'm expecting crude to trade throughout the day. My three support levels, 44.75, 44.25, and 43.85. Finally, my resistance levels, 45.30, 45.85, and 46.35. My bias, I'm buying dips to 44.60 and to 44.35, and I'm going to use stops below 44.20. So that's the crude oil analysis. So let's just see how it worked for us today. So again, let's look. In white, we have how we're framing the day. I'm using 44 and a quarter to 46.10. This is how I'm framing my day. This is how I'm expecting crude to trade throughout the day. In green, I have support zone number 1. That comes in at 44.75. Support number 2 comes right in at 44 and a quarter, which is the bottom edge of where I'm framing the day. Support number 3 is down here at 43.85. That never comes into play today. Resistance 1, 45.30. That's resistance level number 1. Resistance number 2, 45.85, and finally resistance level number 3 is at 46.35. So let's just watch how crude reacted to all of our levels. And again, you have these levels on your screen before 8 a.m. every day. In green, I have highlighted what we're doing on the day. We're buying crude oil. We're buying dips to 44.60 and 44.35. So this is that 25-cent area where I'm buying crude. So I start my buying at 44.60, and if we continue lower, I'm going to build into a larger position towards the bottom edge of that 30. So I have a position as we enter this 44.60. So let's watch how crude trades. So right off the open, we get some resistance here, but we're able to get through resistance. So crude now is through resistance level number 1, and where does it trade? Directly to resistance level number 2 and can't get anything further. So it trades right shy, actually it trades just 3 cents past 45.85. So it gives you a high of 45.88 and then a sell off of $1.36. Is that about right? Yeah, $1.36 sell off. Right into our buy zone. So we're not really paying much attention other than what is the reaction at support, but it allows us to come right into buy zone where we are buyers of crude. From that point, you get an engulfing candle. You trade right back above support number 1. So we know this support's starting to work well for us. We know it's good support. You see long wicks through that support. You see nothing but buy action after we've touched our buy zone. And really, crude just takes off like a rocket at this point, right through resistance level number 1, pauses momentarily at resistance level number 2. Now here's where I'm looking to take profit, right around top edge of where I'm framing my day. And it managed to get through there so fast, but it trades where? Right to resistance level number 3, which is 46.35. It goes so fast that I get confused with those numbers. 46.35. 2 chances up at 46.35. You see we can get no further move, and that resistance holds us on the day. So this is really where I'm taking profit, between the top edge of framing the day and top edge of that third resistance, and all we did at that point was pull back. But from that point, look at all the trades we have here when you have these levels to be able to play at. The key that we're looking at is how to trade from a position of strength. So knowing that I have this as a resistance level, what happens early in the morning? I break this resistance. I'm no longer concerned about selling it here. Where am I going to look to sell? At the next resistance. What am I getting? The action. What is the price action I'm getting at that resistance? I'm not getting solid trading into it. I'm getting all these long wicks, absorption type candles, which means price can trade up there, but it can't close. Once I get my shot to actually trade into the level, there's where I'm short side. So now back to what? support level number 1. We don't even hold support, so it's not even much of a decision point there. But what we do is trade right to my buy zone, which is 44.60. So it allows me to get long at 44.60. The reaction from that 44.60 is an immediate engulfing of the prior negative candle. This point we try below support again, no resolution. The close finishes right back above support number 1, and we're off to the races. So now we know where the next challenge point is going to come. It's going to come at this 45.30 area. What do? We close right through it, but we close strong, right? It's a very different look than these closes up in here. It's a very strong full candle, which now puts the focus on what? 45.85 again. Again, look how 45.85 comes into the candle. Nothing like the action earlier in the morning, but comes in with total strength, very bull candle. I'm holding for the next level, which is what? The top edge of my frame. Again, how do I come into that frame? Again, really, really strong, but we trade right to my support number 3. So I'm not greedy here. I know what crude's done over the last several weeks, but I'm also leery of expecting to see $5 moves every day. That's not my expectation. I'm still playing around my levels, and this just happens to be my top edge. So it results in a nice $1.40 plus move in a matter of less than an hour there on crude oil. And then from that point, what do we get? One more shot up at 46.35, able to sell against it because why? We failed to take higher here. So there were multiple trades here, short side, long side. This was the one that we were biased to look for in the day. But with the levels, they're very powerful. So my whole approach becomes, how do I trade from a position of strength? How do I put myself in a position to say, this is where I'm willing to deal? Not to say I know where the market's going. This is what I'm saying is at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, these are the levels I'm using, and that's how early you have this analysis. So check it out at commoditiesguy.com. Free 2-week trial, $29 a month thereafter. You get foreign exchange analysis at night, delivered by about 7 p.m. Eastern the night before, and those levels are good for the entire next day. And then in the morning you get crude oil, E-minis, gold, nat gas, copper, 30-year treasuries, all for U.S. trading session. It's a beautiful way to map out your day, and I always look at it like a market roadmap. And it just allows you to really frame your day and tell you how you want to be treating those levels. So I just wanted to give you a good heads up here on how crude was trading today. It was a beautiful trading in crude. I hope everybody did well. Look forward to presenting the next video, and talk to you guys soon. Cheers.